The Employment Minister, Tony Burke, is speaking about the government's submission to the Fair Work.
That in particular, low-wage Australians don't go backwards, started today with this submission. The submission goes through the current economic circumstances. It makes clear that at the moment inflation's running at a 21-year high, referring specifically to the headline inflation rate of 5.1%. The submission makes clear that with the wage price index measured against that, it means people are going backwards by 2.7%. The government doesn't want anyone to go backwards, but this is at its most acute for low-wage earners. They're the people most affected by the cost of living crisis. They're also the people with the least capacity to have any assets at all or savings to be able to draw down on. And so in paragraph 5, the submission says this: in considering its decision on wages for this year, the government recommends that the Fair Work Commission ensures that the real wages of Australia's low-paid workers do not go backwards. There's specific reference to the submission that the previous government put in place, and specific reference to Chapter 7.1 of the previous submission, which had this heading: the importance of low-paid work. The submission that the new government, that the Labor government has put in today, makes clear that the direction of the previous government submission headed the importance of low-paid work does not reflect the priorities of this government. Keeping wages low is no longer a position from the Government of Australia. We want to make sure that wages can get moving, and the first step of that was taken today, to make sure, as a starting point, that we have made clear to the Fair Work Commission in its annual wage review that the position of the government is that we do not want low-paid workers to go backwards.
Does the government support flowing on the increase from the minimum wage to the higher wages?
We haven't limited it to the minimum wage. We've referred to low-wage workers. So who are these people? They're largely the heroes of the pandemic. They're the people who both sides of politics made lovely speeches about after the pandemic, but only one side of politics, namely the Labor government now, was willing to fight for. So we're talking about people on awards that are close to the minimum wage as well. You'll find that, for example, shop assistants, you'll find it with cleaners, you'll find it with a lot of people in the care economy. So low-wage workers is the reference that's there. There's a general description of the fact that it's not, we don't want anyone to go backwards, but there's a particular priority right now with respect to low-paid workers.